still doing great things, and I went on back down to the bottom level, and I'm here now, and I got my first win, and it's always a win-lose situation fighting for the UFC. I think you got to fight your heart out every time, or the fans are going to see it, and most importantly, Joe Silva and Sean Shelby are going to see it too.
You mentioned you fought Joseph Benavidez in your first fight in the WMC.
Yes, sir.
Can you take inspiration from Joseph and on the path he's gone to in his career?
Yeah, he's had a great career. I think he's had the best career out of anybody, even down Demetrius Johnson, just because he's had a team around him that's helped him push it to the higher level. And he has lost twice to the champion, but hey, Joseph Benavidez is a warrior, and he's done great things for the sport. So I look up to him.
So how do you make sure you can get to that level?
Man, keep training with the best. Dominic Cruz, you guys know he's going to come back in January 17th, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get him healthy, get these legs healed up, and try to help the champ get his belt back. Man, that's the #1 priority for me right now.
You were very emotional during the weigh-ins with Richie. What was it like walking out in front of almost a hostile crowd because he's so popular over here in Australia?
Yeah, his backstory is pretty cool. Like someone told me that he comes from a ruthless family that loves to be scrappers, and that's where I'm from. I'm from Tempe, Arizona, and that's all we've been doing when we were little kids is scrapping. So when they told me that, it kind of made my emotions even more bubbly, higher up, and I knew he had that warrior in him. So I fed off of that, and he fed off of that, and we brought it tonight, and I hope it's a fight of the night for everybody.
With the flyweight division being a pretty shallow division, do you have your eyes on anyone next?
I think there's two people that beat Richie Vachilik that are coming up right now. That's the Irish lad first, and then there's Louis Smolka, of course. And those guys are coming up. I don't see them too far up above me, but I see them as coming up as the newcomers in the flyweight division. So I would love to fight Neil Seery. Neil Seery is a headhunter. I respect him for having so many kids and still doing what he loves to do, being at an older age. And I would love to fight Neil Seery. I'd love to fight Louis Smolka also. And so I think those would be great matchups for me.
Speaking of Neil Seery, would you be open to going into hostile territory again and fighting over there in Ireland against him?
Of course, man. Anywhere you go across overseas is fun for me, man. I don't leave the hotel. I don't do much during the fight week. But hey, to say that I fought in Ireland is probably a dream come true for anybody. Any bare knuckle brawler, anybody that grew up in scrapping, man, that's where you want to fight. You want to fight in the most hostile territories, and you want to be in the mix of the emotion and the fight crowd. So I think we do great in Ireland. So I'd be all for it, and even in Hawaii, if they go to Hawaii, I would love to fight Louis Smolka too, but I could see him fighting a little higher up above me just because he has 2 great wins off of me.
You can go from Etihad Stadium to Croke Park. What would you think about that?
This stadium?
From this stadium here to the big stadium over in Ireland, Croke Park.
Oh man, that'd be a winning career already. You know what I mean? Just the venues make shows. That's exactly what it is. Venues, the crowd, those are what make the shows everything. Not the fighters, not anything. It's the crowds really do make the shows.
You mentioned wedding. Did that happen recently?
Yeah, like October 30th, 2015. I locked wings up with my wife, and so we're together now. We have 2 beautiful girls and a 3-year-old and a 9-month-old. So it's a great life, man. I'm ready to go home and spend time with my family, my 3 beautiful girls at home, and yeah, I'm ready. So thank you. Appreciate that.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for everything.
Thanks, well done, Eddie.